We are running out of things to turn into tornadoes. Fire-nado? A tornado of fire? I feel like I've seen that before in a disaster movie. It doesn't waste time at the beginning. Among the first lines are, "There's a new tornado that experts are calling the Firenado." We don't see that city again, by the way. It's never even mentioned. But we do see a lot of accents, some good, some not so good.
In future, if you're gonna let someone through my main gate to my front door, be sure to give me some warning. I can't have people just strolling in here.
Sorry, boss.
It's okay, just be more vigilant next time. If we get any more deliveries, you let me know, I'll come to the gate.
Understood.
Thank you.
Is he British, or Australian, or Southern American? Take your pick. Firenado does feel like it's two scripts cobbled together. In one storyline, a group of scientists create a device to control the weather. See, we should be good. There's a tornado across the way, but it's only a little windy out here. Don't get too close though. It could still kill you eventually, even if you have the remote controlling it. This whole area is filled with people who don't see the tornadoes until it's pointed out to them. Some houses seem fine despite a tornado being next to it. You'll hear the damage though in the reaction shot. Gas stations, however, are a different story.
What exactly could happen here, Doc?
Wait. We'll see. Maybe not.
Perfectly normal reaction to that. It's gotta turn into the Firenado somehow. Then the movie is another plotline that's a home invasion thriller that feels like it's in the Purge universe, but then becomes a disaster movie. Or when the Firenado sucks people into another room, then it looks like a ghost movie. Hell, this thing lurks outside like it's a slasher film, where people keep forgetting it's there, or they just stand there waiting for it to kill them. It is weird when you're watching this tornado movie, followed by hostage executions.
I will fucking kill her.
I'll fucking kill her.
You didn't need to do that.
It was a ways into the movie where upon seeing familiar looking actors, I realized once again I've gotten a movie from the makers of The Killing Tree and every other VOD horror movie I watched last year. I'm not even purposefully seeking these out. They're just really good at making titles that are eye-catching to people scrolling through VOD or movie reviewers. However, I'll say this, in comparison to stuff like those movies, this one is slightly better. Yeah, it's another one where they gather people in a country house and have something chase them, but they do go elsewhere a lot in it, and it is funny that the thing chasing them is a fire tornado. Kinda like the one where it was a dinosaur chasing them. But they do take time to set up their shots well in some sequences. The dialogue isn't good, but it doesn't drone on and on and on like in other movies. And when the dialogue is bad and some shots are bad, it does seem to have a sense of humor about it.
I never thought I'd get to see the day when I said this. It's time to engage the hyperdrive.
Why didn't you tell me we had
It's a one-way ride, baby.
It even has moments where the actors are giving genuine performances, and despite some ridiculous imagery, it doesn't mind going a little dark. Look, it's not a great movie. There's parts where it really does lag, and it has a musical score that's very repetitive. And even with the parts that do keep the action going, or when it gets silly, it's a silliness that you'd find in other B-disaster movies. There aren't many moments that stand out as being like, oh, you gotta see this hilarious clip from this movie. But it isn't one of those where they just sit in a room and talk for 90 minutes and then something action-y happens at the end, so I gotta commend it for that. It's a respectable C+, and certainly in the category of, it could have been worse. And if you want to see some Cinema Snob material, click on the link in the description or head over to our Patreon where you can see early viewing for the Cinema Snob episode on Bloody Murder 2 Closing Camp. Will Trevor Morehouse make his return? Hope to see you there.